You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on Prime.
Just electrifies the crowd. Coast to coast, lays it in.
Welcome to Emirates NBA Cup with coverage on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Beautiful Rocket Arena here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's the Cavaliers taking on the Pacers. The Cavaliers 10-6, Indiana 2-13. First meeting of the season between these Central Division rivals. Starting lineup for Indiana: Ben Shepherd, Isaiah Jackson, Pascal Siakam, Benedict Mathurin, and Andrew Nembhard. As for the Cavaliers, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Tyson, and a guy they're happy to have back, Coach, Darius Garland.
Oh, yeah, they really need him back if they're going to make a run at this championship.
He makes so many guys go as we take a look at the standings in East Group A. This is a big night in NBA Cup action. The Raptors 2-0 in group play. Indiana 0-1. They can be eliminated with the loss in a Toronto win. And you see the Cavaliers 1-1 still alive in the wild card hunt. Kenny Atkinson, head coach of the Cavaliers, again, coach of the year a season ago, has done an outstanding job.
Yeah, he sure did. They won 64 games last year, but now it's all about trying to contend for a championship.
And playing the long game. Rick Carlisle got to the NBA Finals with this Indiana squad a season ago. Second most wins among active coaches. Of course, won a title during his time in Dallas and nearly won one a season ago.
I mean, very, very close last year. And then Tyrese Haliburton went down. And here the Pacers are trying to dig out of a big hole.
216th all-time meeting between these two East rivals. Indiana leading the all-time series 111-104. We mentioned Indiana coming off of a win on Wednesday over Charlotte, their second win of the season. Meanwhile, Cleveland coming off of a loss to the Houston Rockets on Wednesday.
And that loss was without Garland and without Tyson, two guys who were in the starting lineup tonight. But of course now, Jared Allen out tonight.
He's got a sprained finger, not going to play in this ball game. Curtis Blair, Sean Corbin, Michael Smith are officials, and we are underway. Cavaliers get the first look. Again, Garland, the toe injury has been slowing him this season. Just his fourth game of the year. Hunter on the drive, turns the corner, high off the window for two.
Well, Hunter's been great over the last 7 games, 19 points a game, shooting 52% from the floor and 37 from 3, really finding his footing.
This is Siakam, having a strong year to start for Indiana. Holding the ball, 5 on the shot clock, not much going. Siakam puts it up and through. He knew what he was doing.
Well, you know what? They may not have much going, but great players always find a way to get something going.
And a foul as Mobley on the hard drive to the rim. Mathurin called for the foul, his first.
Yeah, and this isn't a big surprise. The Pacers give up the most free throw attempts in the league. Their opponents shooting 31.5 free throws a game. So we'll probably see a lot of this tonight.
A lot of free throws. And we've seen this across the league. We were talking about this earlier, Coach. The Memphis Grizzlies and Denver Nuggets led the NBA in free throw attempts last season at about 23. This year, that would rank 27th in the NBA.
Absolutely. And, you know, we talked to Kenny Atkinson about it before the game. And Kenny said, look, as Mobley gets his own rebound and misses again. But Kenny said, look, he said now people value pressure and creating turnovers and aren't worried as much about fouling. It used to be keep your hands out of there, don't foul, keep them off the free throw line. Now it's get in there and force turnover.
A lot of teams applying pressure. DeAndre Hunter got into the chest of Benedict Mathurin, picked up the foul. All knotted up at 2. Mathurin pocket pass, trying to find Jackson on the roll. Broken up and stolen. Hunter. He'll retreat and give it up to Garland. Nembhard all over him. And Garland recovers, looks over to Michael Smith, wanted a foul call. Garland on the move. In the lane. And dumps it over. Tyson recovers and puts it through.
Well, Tyson's really stepped up for these teams. He's been out sick, but getting him back in there, he's averaging 11 points a game for this team and shooting 46% from 3. He's the 11th best three-point shooter in this league. Has been a real find for them.
Nembhard from downtown.
Nembhard's role has really changed this year with the injury to Haliburton.
Mitchell can't answer. Strong rebound inside by Jackson. Nembhard up top. On the drive, stops, leaves it for Jackson. Jackson gives it back to Nembhard at the elbow. The J won't go, and Tyson clears it for the Cavs. Mobley back to Hunter, flicks the wrist, in and out. And another whistle away from the ball. Hunter, a couple of cheap fouls in transition.
That's a good way to get yourself on the bench early. But here's the pass from Garland. Great job with patience to not panic down there, come to a stop and find. And then Andrew Nembhard, having to play as a full-time point guard this year, knocks that down. Here, Nembhard scored 21 or more in 5 of the last 7 games for this team.
And they're going to call the foul on the floor. Nembhard's going to make his argument as he banked in the shot. And so the team fouls adding up for the Cavaliers. That's 3 team fouls already. And we're not even 3 minutes into this ball game.
And Cassidy, how has Nembhard enjoyed this new role? Really different for him. His usage has almost doubled this year.
Yeah, I mean, he said he grew up playing point guard, so he has some familiarity. But he said the biggest shift is going from having 2 playmakers on the floor to just 1, and saying those old dual playmaker lineups took pressure off. And now with TJ leading the second unit, the dynamics change a little bit. And he said he's had to take charge of the offense, get guys organized, deal with a lot more mental strain, as he put it to me, making reads on the go and switching actions. On top of that, he's still guarding the opponent's best perimeter player most nights. And he also laughed at how Rick Carlisle said that they don't want to play him into oblivion, given how many injuries they have. But he said it's mostly a two-way thing. And teammates are learning how to play at Andrew's pace, guys.
Thank you, Cassidy. Rick Carlisle. Quick whistle, went into timeout off the Mobley dunk. And Mitchell on the right side of your screen. Turn that right ankle. Back in a moment. Mitchell okay after turning his ankle just before that timeout. He was first team All-NBA a season ago, Coach. Really taking a back seat somewhat, allowing the guys around him to shine. He's had to be more assertive this season with the injuries.
He's had to with the injuries, and he's shown that he's certainly capable of stepping up and carrying the load, having the best and most efficient offensive year of his career.
Nembhard's second triple in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and Nembhard had only come in shooting 32% from 3.
All the field goals for the Cavaliers have come in the paint.
Well,
all knotted up at 8.
Rick Carlisle took time out because of how easy the buckets were for the Cavs.
Garland can't hit. Hunter back to Garland, leaves it for Tyson. Couple of head fakes, got free inside. 2 more in the painted area.
Well, just a great patience there. It's a shot fake, let guys fly by and get the easy one instead of rushing and taking the ball up to the rim where it very possibly could have been blocked.
Nembhard gave it up this time. Siakam from downtown left it short. Tyson the rebound. Mobley, a little bit more facilitating for the Cavaliers this season. Backing down Jackson, deep in the lane and throwing it down.
Well, Jackson's got to know that Mobley wants to get back to that right shoulder in his left hand. He's right-handed, but he wants to get back to the left hand on drives and post-ups.
Siakam, free from deep and drills it. And delay of game going against Indiana.
And here it is. Mobley reverses, starts going middle, and he's going to spin back twice to get to that right shoulder in the left hand. But the Pacers now, look, they came in last in the league in three-point percentage. They've already made 3. They won the other night with their best three-point shooting game of the year, making 16 of them.
Welcome back, Darius Garland. Drills the triple, first 3 of the night for the Cavaliers. They attempt the most in the NBA.
Attempt the most and have made the 3rd most. It's a huge part of their offense.
Nembhard at the controls. On the drive, pull up over. Mitchell is pure.
Wow, he's really getting it going offensively. And look, he's been better on the road this year, Nembhard, than at home. Averaging 19.4 on the road, only 14 at home.
Mobley fouled and will go to the line.
Garland knocks that one down, and then Nembhard, little step back to get space, fades away, knocks it in. 8 points already for Nembhard, and Mobley again going left and getting himself to the free throw line.
Let's take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule tomorrow on NBA TV. Knicks at Magic, followed by Pistons at Bucks. Then Monday on Peacock, Cavaliers at Raptors, followed by Rockets at Suns. Lonzo Ball in the game for the Cavaliers.
Nice to see Lonzo Ball healthy and back to play, and he's in a great role here. He's a great fit for this team, and he's only going to get better as the year goes on and he gets more minutes under his belt in this system.
Here's Siakam trying to go to work. Nembhard gives it up. Siakam, 2-man game. Siakam now penetrating, tosses it out, knocked out of bounds by Ball with 4.9 on the shot clock.
Great defensive possession by the Cavaliers there. Great communication, really good job on their switches, very active with their hands. They lead the NBA in deflections.
Mobley takes his seat with 8 points. Cavaliers a 4-point advantage. Shepherd inside to Nembhard. Got it to go. Nembhard rolling early, already in double figures with 10.
I think he got fouled on that too. No call, and so he doesn't go to the line. Nobody cares what I think if he got fouled.
I think Nembhard cares. He appreciates
Nembhard
that.
does,
He
yeah,
cares.
he does.
Garland and Bradley going dancing. Scoops it up. What a goal. Nifty move. Couldn't get the finish.
Great
Pacers
defense
running.
by a center, though. Tony Bradley covering Darius Garland.
Mathurin down the lane. Finishes with the left. All tied up at 17 past the midway mark of this opening quarter. Hunter from downtown, well short. And Mathurin, one of the fastest in the league. Gives it up Shepherd. That's a great look. Tyson, a flyby, dump off. Bradley, no. Garland weaving through traffic, tries to finish on the opposite side of the rim and will go to the line.
This is just a great seal inside by Nembhard, who is a very strong guard, uses his body to get position. And then Mathurin to the rim, switches hands. Great left-handed finish.
Mathurin averaging just under 28 points per game so far this season. This is just his 5th game. Have been dealing with a foot injury this season. Again, there's been a number of guys who have had some ailments this season for Indiana.
Yeah, we wouldn't have time in this entire broadcast to go through all of Indiana's injuries. And the game only takes 2.5 hours.
You see the numbers for Darius Garland. He's missed the last 5 games, averaging 13 points, 5 assists in the games that he has played. As we send it over to our Cassidy Hubbard.
Yeah, I got a chance to catch up with Darius pregame, and he told me he feels good, but he's going to try to take it slow throughout this game, try to feel his way out, but find times to be aggressive and getting his teammates involved. You know, he missed the first 7 games after off-season surgery on that left big toe, and the last 4 after re-aggravating it in November. Kenny Atkinson said he's not on a strict minutes restriction. It's going to be more of like a conversation, but they're going to monitor him, especially against this Pacers team that still likes to push the pace, guys.
Thank you, Cass. Coach, how do you think that conversation is going to go?
Well, I think what's going to happen is Darius Garland's going to want to play more minutes than the medical people want him to play.
Mathurin, another triple for Indiana, their 4th already.
He's only played 4 games this year, Mathurin, but he's been 25 or better in every game.
Tyson gives it up. Hunter straight on, good. Sharp shooting both ways. Jarris Walker bumped by Alonzo Ball. And that is the 5th foul in the quarter on Cleveland, and Walker will go to the free throw line.
Well, this is what Walker has adapted to. He's having awful start to the year shooting-wise. I mean, this is a guy who shot 47% from the floor and 40% from 3 last year. He's at 31% from the floor and under 30% from 3. So he's starting to really drive the ball. He's got a big, strong body, and he's getting himself to the free throw line.
3rd season with Indiana, and again, with all the injuries, he's seen his usage go up. He was averaging 16 minutes a game last season, now playing 30 minutes a night this year, and the efficiency hasn't quite been there, but an important piece for the Pacers.
Yeah, and for the Pacers, look, with Nesmith out, with Aaron Nesmith out, they've got to find a guy to take that spot who can make some shots, Michael, to help give Nembhard, Siakam, and Mathurin more room. Shepard has struggled shooting the ball. Walker has struggled. Robinson Earl has struggled.
And to your point, Coach, we could see Garrison Matthews check into the ball game, just signed a 10-day contract with Indiana.
Yeah, look, I mean, they need shooting to help these other guys.
This is Mathurin. Nembhard off to a fast start in double figures already. Walker. Back to Nembhard. 5 on the clock. Nembhard bumped and a late whistle. Correct call. And Indiana in the bonus.
And here's Mobley again going to the left hand for a dunk. Sort of a pet peeve of mine, Michael. It's hard to guard in today's NBA. You have a lot of space you've got to cover. Skill level's never been higher. But you've got to, as a defensive player, lock in on the tendencies of the people you're guarding. Mobley, every move he's made tonight has been to get to that left hand. You've got to be more disciplined if you're the Indiana Pacer defense.
14 points in the paint for Cleveland already. Indiana, they give up the most paint points in the league, 56 a night, and it's trending in that direction already.
Well, you aren't kidding. It's trending a lot higher than that.
Here's Mitchell, defended by Mathurin, gives it up to Mobley. Mobley on the drive. Nance over to Mitchell. Mitchell fires, and he's going to go to the free throw line. 3 shots. And then Jeremiah Robinson Earl with his hand in the cookie jar.
Cavaliers shooting 3.
Mitchell 0 for 2 to start this ball game. Let's get a quick word from Pillsbury.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say Grandma.
I'm thankful for this family.
I'm thankful for my grandma.
I'm thankful for Grandma's crescent rolls.
One more coming for Mitchell. I'll throw in a quick endorsement for the Pillsbury crescent rolls. I will. Yeah, I love them. Pillsbury biscuits. Oh, come on. I mean, outstanding.
Oh, with you there.
You know, that's my idea of cooking. You pop the can open,
Satisfying.
put them on the sheet, put them in the oven, they come out, they're beautiful, and I say I cooked.
Mitchell missing on the third free throw. It's been an adventure at the free throw line for the Cavaliers so far this season. Here's Walker up top on the drive. Inside, Bradley surrounded and fouled, and more free throws coming.
Well, that's the ones Kenny Atkinson was talking about. That you used to tell guys on those plays, get your hands up, don't foul. Now, he's talking about, they talk about the technique. He compared it to NFL cornerbacks. They want to strip the ball from people. Dean Wade tries to strip the ball there, doesn't get it. Tony Bradley at the line.
And analytics on the part of the Cavaliers says you live with that. Bradley knocks down the free throw, and that's fascinating continuing to see. It was a great watching the conversation between you and Kenny Atkinson, by the way, just the way the game has evolved over the years, even in the last 5 years, seeing the transition we've seen in the game.
And Kenny's been a guy, and a lot of coaches are, but Kenny may be at the forefront of a guy who really studies all that in the league. He was even telling us, you know, how upset he was that Oklahoma City figured it out on trying to force turnovers and not worrying about fouls before he did.
Competitive. We are all knotted up at 26. McConnell, oh, an open court steal. Larry Nance Jr. with the flush. Expected a little more razzle-dazzle for Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah, he's getting a little older. Let's just get it in the basket.
28-26.
His dad would have crushed that, though.
Absolutely. Shepherd, short, and a rebound. Good hustle by Shepherd. McConnell now sets up Bradley. Gonna back down Dean Wade. And good defense. Wade slaps it out of there. Ball ahead to Nance. Nance a kick out. Extra pass. Extra pass. Mitchell from deep. Got it.
Great ball movement from the Cavs. Swinging that ball to get it to their best player. And Rick Carlisle wants another timeout.
2:11 to go in the opening quarter. Good ball movement. Donovan Mitchell from downtown. Splash. Cavaliers by 5.
With a win tonight and an Indiana loss. Milwaukee, the defending champions at 2-0. They've never lost a pool game in 3 years. 3 teams still unbeaten in West Group A, and the group of death, West Group C. Our other game tonight, Denver and Houston, and then also Golden State and Portland play San Antonio, the 5th team in that group. Wouldn't it be amazing if all 5 teams in that group ended up 2-2?
That would be tremendous. You can watch all the Emirates NBA Cup action with free NBA League Pass access exclusive to Prime tonight. Once the games begin, simply press down on your remote and select multi-view. Keep us up, but you can check out some of the other action. Ben Shepherd from downtown, in and out. Rebound ball. Mitchell, 5 points in this opening quarter, under 2 minutes to go in the period. Ball rotates, and Mobley can't hit from deep. 5-point advantage for the Cavs, their largest of the night. Siakam got a 3. Pascal Siakam now with 8 points. It doesn't matter the situation, 2-13, 15-0. Siakam's going to play at a high level. That pass right through the fingertips of Mobley. Up ahead, Shepherd and Mitchell. Shepherd got it to go.
Well, this game's tied. Look, these guys, other than Huff, were part of the team that beat the Cavaliers 3 times in this building in the second round of the playoffs last year. So they've got confidence in here, and they've got a point to prove. They want to dig out of this hole.
Trying to build off the momentum from Wednesday. Jay Huff, speaking of Wednesday, a great game. That shot off the heel. Mitchell snagging the rebound. Mitchell, stop, pop, won't go.
2-for-1 situation there. And Cleveland has now taken over, or taken exactly half of their shots from 3-point range.
McConnell was 6 for 6 from the floor on Wednesday. Sets up Siakam. Siakam travel. Kind of took off without the dribble, and so the Cavaliers, an opportunity for the final shot of the quarter.
Garrison Matthews, who they've just acquired, was set to check in, but on the last possession here, Rick Carlisle opted to hold him there. So I think we'll see him at the start of the second quarter, and he'll become what, Michael? The 21st or 22nd player. And we're only in game 16. 21 players already. Yeah. Amazing.
I said in the open they had 99 guys they played. It feels like 99.
To Rick Carlisle, it probably does.
Mitchell on the logo. Tied at 31. Mitchell penetrating. Nice look. Mobley fouled inside by Walker. Beautiful no look from Donovan Mitchell.
And that's just a great pass. Shepard working hard, but a great seal down low by Mobley. Puts Jarris Walker on his back. And Donovan Mitchell, great delivery. Mobley, it's been interesting. Really struggling from the free throw line lately. Started the year fine, and then over these last 5 or 6 games has been around 50% at the free throw line.
He missed 4 free throws in the fourth quarter. And Wednesday's loss to the Rockets. Swished the first free throw. You see his numbers, his career compared to this season and in the last 5 games, as you mentioned, Coach.
Well, when you're one of the go-to offensive guys, you're going to be on the free throw line. I'm going to need you to convert.
Yes. 2.9. Walker. Step through. Fires at half court. Front iron won't go. And that was a competitive opening frame. Andrew Nembhard, 4 of 6 shooting. 12 points to lead the way for Indiana. Evan Mobley, 12 points to lead the way for the Cavaliers. You're watching Emirates NBA Cup coverage on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Prime brought to you by Wingstop. Big plays with even bigger flavor. Wingstop is here. By CarMax. Want to drive? And by Capital One, sponsor of Black Friday game day. What's in your wallet? Second quarter underway here in the land. 33-31. Cavaliers on top. Matthews, no hesitation, won't go. Huff trying to keep it alive, slapped it out of bounds.
Well, as soon as the second quarter started, before we came on the air, Michael, you said to me, Garrison Matthews going to get one up quick. It took him, what, 12 seconds?
12 seconds.
12 seconds. But listen, if that's what you do, come in and do it.
Yes.
You have to, as a player, play to your greatness.
And as a defense, you have to respect them out there. As Mitchell driving to the rim got 2. 7 points so far for Donovan Mitchell. Nearly got a strip on Walker.
You can see how active the Cavs are with their hands. What Kenny Atkinson was talking to us about before the game. And we said they lead the league in deflections.
Walker nearly stripped. And Mitchell to hustle. And it's a shot clock violation. There's the defense you were talking about.
Absolutely. And Kenny Atkinson has changed the way he teaches his defense this year. And look at the active hands there knocking it away. And then a great hustle by Mitchell. 24-second violation. And Cleveland's got the ball again.
Craig Porter Jr. on the floor for the Cavs. He's played well and got the bounce.
Craig Porter's the only Cav that's played in every game to start this year, and he's averaging double figures over the last 5 games coming into tonight.
Matthews, deep corner, rims out. And the Cavaliers running. Toss ahead. Tomlin in a crowd, dribbles out of trouble. Porter, baseline drive, and fouled on the move. Michael Smith on the call there. Jarris Walker picking up the foul. Second foul on Walker.
Naquan Tomlin in the game. The rare guy. We talk about one and dones. Naquan Tomlin did not play high school basketball, Michael. And here he is in the NBA, Cassidy. No high school basketball.
Yeah, he built his game on the pavement at the famous Rucker Park, and then a JUCO coach actually found him on a city playground, pulled him into Monroe Community College, where he became their development success story. And then from there it was JUCO, Kansas State, Memphis, then undrafted, then G League, then 10-day, then two-way, and now the Cavs absolutely love him. The energy, the edge, the New York City toughness. They see a guy who's risen from the playground to the NBA the hard way, and they think that there's real upside there.
That's a tremendous story. And that coach in the community at Monroe Community College, Jerry Burns, played for me at Castleton State College in Vermont 40 years ago, was an outstanding college player, and was just inducted this summer into the National Junior College Coaches Hall of Fame.
Tremendous story. In a small world, Coach.
It is a small world. Luckily, he, I don't think, is as crazy as Jerry Burns was. Okay, I coached Jerry. He's a kid from Queens. Great player, great person, absolutely nuts.
Tomlin grew up in Harlem. 2 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Cavaliers out there with Tyson, Tomlin, Porter, Mitchell, and Mobley. Indiana countering with McConnell, Matthews in his Indiana debut. Siakam, Huff, and Mathurin. Tomlin couldn't throw it down. Up ahead to McConnell. McConnell head up, finds Mathurin. Siakam over to McConnell. Doesn't take a lot of threes. Knocks it down. TJ McConnell.
4 for 9 now on the year from three. If you give him that much time, I don't think you can give anybody in the NBA that much time.
His career high for threes in a season is 31. You mentioned 4 already this year. It's a 5-point advantage for the Cavaliers.
But he comes out every night and shoots them. He works with Jenny Busek before the game. A great coach.
The great Jenny Busek.
Yes, that Swing Cash mentioned in the studio show. And he works
Bucket
with
and the
her.
foul for Siakam.
McConnell works with her every game, and you watch him shoot him. If you can just stand there and get time, he can knock that down. Jenny, outstanding, played in the WNBA, was a head coach in the WNBA, and has been with Rick Carlisle for years as an assistant, and probably the most involved female assistant in league history in terms of responsibility with the team. She runs the Indiana defense.
These players love her, respond to her, and again, a key piece of that NBA Finals run a season ago.
When I was with the Miami Heat, Jenny was an assistant coach with the now defunct Miami Soul for Ron Rothstein.
Yeah. Porter knifing down the lane, blocked by Jay Huff. Siakam ahead of the pack, got the lay-in. Defense to offense for Indiana.
Well, Jay Huff leads the NBA in blocks per minute.
he only plays 15 minutes a night. Here he is affecting the shot from Tomlin. Rebound secured by McConnell. Matthews, quick trigger, won't go. 0 for 3 in his debut. Mitchell on the drive, dump off. Tyson gave it back to Mitchell. Little hot potato inside. Mitchell turns, fades, can't hit. Siakam the board. We are tied up at 41.
Well, that possession was totally affected by Jay Huff. You got to know, Jay Huff blocks more shots per minute than Victor Wembanyama.
Fun fact, Mathurin won't go. 1 for 3 for downtown. Pass ahead, Tomlin, too easy.
Tomlin from Donovan Mitchell.
It's Cleveland 43, Indiana 41. McConnell thought about taking another 3. Huff now. Short hook, won't go.
That's not really Huff's game. Huff's game is open threes and block shots.
But he had 20 points on Wednesday, his second 20-point game of his career. Mitchell on the attack, outside look. Tomlin, no.
Tomlin might be a little delusional on the threes. He's now 0 for 14 on the year. Like, okay, I know you think you can make them, but at some point.
What you're talking about for Huff, he couldn't get that to go off the heel. Yeah, some confidence for Tomlin. Here's Mitchell, and will that be a goaltend? No signal yet. Curtis Blair making the call, and no goaltend. Let's see if the ball hit the backboard before it was touched.
Oh, should have been a goaltend.
Should have been a goaltend. That was, yeah, they hit the backboard first.
It sure did. See, that's where the referees should look to us. I've always been helpful to the referees, even when I was coaching.
Just give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down. A live update presented by FanDuel. The odds to win East Group A. And how about the season coach of the Toronto Raptors so far this year? Second in the East standings.
One of the real surprises in the look. I don't think anybody had the top two teams in the East being Detroit and Toronto. Now, Detroit's not as big a surprise. We knew they would be good.
Right.
But they're leading by 3 games. And then Toronto is the second place team. Nobody had that. Big surprise. And as there always is early in the year, I think for Detroit it's sustainable. Not so sure with Toronto.
They are the favorites, as you saw on the FanDuel odds, to come out of East Group A. And their game just started. They're in action tonight against the Washington Wizards. 44-41. Mathurin in attack mode and fouled by Mitchell, who is incensed about the call. It's going to be his second foul. 6:49 to go in the first half. Cavaliers by
Jokic, twisting, turning, got it! Durant fires, money! Jokic drive, Jokic scores. Durant on the move, oh, big finish! Kevin Durant!
Coming up next, 9:30 Eastern NBA Cup. Group play on Prime continues. Kevin Durant in the building. Houston Rockets taking on Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. That will be an outstanding matchup coming up next.
I mean, Jokic just keeps getting better. I don't understand it. Multiple-time MVP, a finals MVP, had his best year last year when he didn't win the MVP, and he's even better this year. What he's doing makes it look like NBA basketball is easy, and it is certainly not.
It's not. He's decided, you know, I'm going to lead the league in rebounding and assists.
Rebounding assists and average 29 a game.
I'm going to drop 55 when I want to. Here's Garland, again back in the lineup for the Cavs. Porter caught in the air, finds Ball. Ball from deep. No. And Huff clears the rebound.
Well, you said it early. I mean, this is a team, Cleveland, that leads the league in three-point attempts. They're third in makes, but only 3 for 13 tonight. Having a tough time against the team that gives up fewer than 12 a game.
And that pass not deflected. It's a turnover for Indiana. They're 5th in this opening quarter.
Cleveland has caused a lot of havoc, though, with their defense and the use of their hands.
Garland on an island with Nembhard. Wants a screen from Hunter. Robinson Earl just got a standard contract defending Garland. Can't hit the J. Walker the board. Indiana trying to take back the lead. An offensive foul. And it's going against Jay Huff. It's going to be his first. 44-43. Indiana came in with a 2-13 record, but I don't think either of us are surprised that this has been a battle to this point.
Well, listen, I mean, again, and they said it on the pregame show, our people in the studio. This team's got a lot of pride, and these guys won at a very high level. They went to Game 7 of the NBA Finals, so they have a winning mentality and a winning pride here, and they've started to get at least a few people back.
Huff, that won't go. And some key pieces, you talking about guys coming back, key pieces that Kenny Atkinson has a lot of respect for, and Benedict Mathurin, of course, and Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard.
Well, Nembhard, Siakam, and Mathurin all had great offensive series against them last year in the playoffs. And Cleveland having trouble now defending baseline out of bounds. That's 2 easy buckets.
Mathurin just gave Indiana back the lead. Garland can't take the lead back. Walker the board. Approaching 5 minutes to go in this first half. Walker. Step through. Flicks it up. Won't go. Rebound ball. Quickly ahead to Porter. Garland won't take the 3. Instead will drive to the rack. Found the angle. Bucket and the foul. 8th lead change of the ball game.
Uses the shot fake to get by and does exactly what you have to do against the shot blocker, which is take it right at their body so that they don't have the space to get up and contest. Excellent finish by Darius Garland.
And this is just the 4th appearance of the season for Darius Garland. Dealing with that toe injury, had off-season surgery on that left big toe, completes the 3-point play. It's Cleveland 47, Indiana 45.
It's going to be a while before Garland gets back at full strength and can really get back in rhythm.
How about a shooter's touch for Benedict Mathurin? Indiana taking back the lead. Back and forth we go. Garland between the leg dribble, down the lane, and fouled as he was surrounded by white jerseys. Isaiah Jackson picking up the foul. That's going to be his 2nd.
Well, and this is going to be free throws 15 and 16 already for Cleveland. Cleveland average, they're 10th in the league. They average 27 attempts a game almost, but to be at 16 already, not a big surprise as we know how many free throw attempts this Indiana team gives up.
Tap into the Emirates NBA Cup in the NBA app. Go deeper inside this game. Keep up with who will advance to the knockout rounds and tap to watch games live. Download the app tonight. Cleveland by 1. Nembhard stuck on 12 points, rises outside the elbow, left it short. Mobley the rebound. This is Hunter. Mobley finds Hunter, extra pass. Garland is lonely. Rick Carlisle doesn't like it. Indiana needs a timeout as the Cavaliers extend the lead.
And Garland with 13 points in less than 11 minutes tonight. Are from the wing, presented by Wingstop. Donovan Mitchell, eyes on Eric Mobley, little back cut, getting his work done in the paint tonight with 12 points. And here's the drive. This guy loves to get to his left hand all the way to the rim and flush it down. Eric Mobley with 12.
As a team, the Cavaliers have 26 points in the paint. Garland had a 3 to force the timeout. 4th three-pointer of the ball game for the Cavaliers. And their lead is 4. Under 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. Michael Grady, Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbarth here with you at Rocket Arena. Nembhard left it short. How about Jackson crashing the glass, nearly tipped it in.
Well, after a great first quarter, 5 for 10 from the floor, 5 for 10 from 3 for Indiana, only 2 for 9 here in the second quarter.
Garland now working on Shepherd, and that was kicked out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. It wasn't an intentional kick, so no reset to 14.
Great individual defense by Ben Shepherd there. Very good perimeter defender.
Hunter, shot clock winding down, got the finger roll. Five points for DeAndre Hunter. Skip pass. Shepard is free. Can't hit. He's still searching. Mathurin said, I'm right here at the rim. I might as well put it up and in.
Mathurin just off to a great start this year. He's only played 4 games, but he's averaging almost 28 a game, and he's halfway to that total already tonight.
Mobley over to Wade. It rotates to Garland. Garland behind the back. Going dancing with Shepard. Crossover. Penetrate. Bump. No whistle. Out of bounds. It's going to be Indiana ball. Shepard once again. Quality D.
Great individual defender. If Ben Shepard can make some shots, this guy can be a big part of what the Pacers need to dig out of this hole.
0 for 3 for downtown for Shepard. Mathurin bottled up by Hunter. Gives it up to Jackson. Jackson tried to cross over in a tight space. Lost it. And insult to injury fouls Hunter.
Well, and another great deflection there by the Cavaliers. Here it is. Hunter comes up with it, and then he's fouled, and he's at the line.
3 fouls on Jackson. He's coming off a game on Wednesday where he had 2 points and 4 fouls in 16 minutes. And Wednesday's win over Charlotte.
I'm with Rick Carlisle on this. That was not a take foul. That was simply a guy going for a loose ball. This is not a good call.
Free throw makes it a 5-point advantage for the Cavaliers. And Carlisle still arguing his case. Tyrese Haliburton mixing it up as well. Haliburton's been very active with the coaching staff, getting involved, being around his teammates, engaged in the game. How about off the inbound, Nembhard, the lefty leg.
Well, Ben Shepard struggling to shoot the ball, but he's making an impact here with his defense. And he's got the Pacers back within 3.
Mobley going at Siakam. Siakam with the quick hands. It deflects over to Hunter. And he's stopped inside and ricochets out to Mitchell. Outside look. Hunter does not get the bounce. Nearly touched by Wade. It would have been offensive basket interference. Mathurin sets up Nembhard. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Mathurin backing down Garland. There's the double. Splits the defense. Blocked inside by Mobley. Mitchell hitting the turbo button. Down the lane. Fouled and jumps into the 4th row.
Wow.
Just an explosion of speed. And it took 4 rows to slow him down.
And here's last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Mobley erasing the shot inside and starting this break that Donovan Mitchell takes to the rim and gets himself to the free throw line.
Donovan Mitchell.
This made their fans' night. Mitchell 4 of 6 at the free throw line. Coming up next, the half presented by AT&T with Taylor Rooks, Candace Parker, Swin Cash, Dirk, and Udonis Haslam. Royalty in our studio. They'll be breaking down this first half and giving Emirates NBA Cup updates.
I mean, can you have a better name as a basketball player than Cash?
No,
I mean, come on, Michael.
Come on now.
You would have a field day with that.
All day.
Especially as great a player as Swin Cash was.
Here we go. A minute to go in this second quarter. Siakam fires off the heel. Rebound Mobley. Garland. A little hezzy and bumped by Robinson Earl. And Garland will head to the free throw line. We're going to get the 20th and 21st free throw attempts of this first half for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, this will be 7 for Garland already. And he's only played 14 minutes. But he feels that contact. Great job. And look, on both sides, the stars are stepping up. 3 All-Stars here for Cleveland, and even before these free throws, they've got 37 points. And on the other side, Siakam, Matherin, and Nembhard with 41. So there's no dark horses here so far tonight. The guys that need to carry their team are doing that.
And Garland just is such a key piece of what makes this Cavaliers team go. He affects so much. He can take perimeter defenders off the dribble, get in the lane, set up easy shots for his bigs. We mentioned no Jared Allen tonight, a finger injury. He's not playing in this ball game. And sharpshooter Sam Merrill not playing tonight, has a hand injury. 10 in the second quarter alone for Darius Garland. Siakam on the attack, count it, and put him on the line. Pascal Siakam now with 15 first half points.
Cavaliers stopped at 32, being played for second, first in the last 2 minutes.
I mean, they might be 2-13, but Siakam having a great individual year, not only in terms of volume, but in terms of efficiency. Now, this has been the one area he struggled. He has not been great at the free throw line, coming in at 68%. Career high, almost 8 free throw attempts a game. Needs to convert those.
Averaging 27 points and shooting 50% from the floor in his last 3 outings. Under 30 seconds to go now in the second quarter. Cleveland 59, Indiana 55. Garland working on Robinson. Earl fires. Cash. Garland with 18 in the first half. 6 seconds. Nembhard with the rock. Defended by Wade. Step back. Won't go. Rebound Mobley. And the second quarter is in the books.
In the second quarter, your Cleveland Cavaliers 62. The Indiana.
A surge to close the quarter by Darius Garland and the Cavs. In his return game, 18 points in the first 2 quarters. Cavaliers by 7 at the break.
It's halftime on Cup Friday in the land. Cavs lead the Pacers 62-55. Welcome on in with us. I'm Taylor Rooks, joined by Dirk Nowitzki, Candace Parker, Swin Cash, and Udonis Haslem. And UD, you wanted to see Evan Mobley be more aggressive, and you got your wish. Bravo.
Thank you, big fella. You might have heard us. I don't know if they watched the show before, but if you chime in, we appreciate it. We love this. We love all that. But this is what we're talking about right here. Coming down the court right here, right now, as he gets the basketball, he goes to that side. He has a size advantage over Jackson right here. He doesn't throw it out and repost. He gets into crab dribbles. He spins. He does whatever he has to do. Whose baby is that? Get that baby out the street. Now we come down here, and this is something they got away from last year, him bringing up initiating offense. You set that screen with Donovan because you know Donovan's man is not going to help. He gets downhill. He gets in the paint. He does not settle. This is a great call by Coach Atkinson. I think this is something they might be implemented throughout the game with somebody being out and him going to the 5, having more space, him being able to do what he is able to do. But this is the version of Evan Mobley we're talking about. 12 points in the first half, 4 for 6 from the field, no threes, and 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Thank you, big dog.
Hey, he is liking what he sees. For more on that, though, let's turn to our data deep dive presented by AT&T. Swin, what are you seeing there from Evan Mobley's shot diet?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you have to look at the points in the paint. Last year, obviously, you look at him and you would say, okay, it's career high, 11.6, and this year it's 9.6. But the reality is you can have a lot of empty calories. We talk about it as athletes. These are effective calories for Evan Mobley and for that Cavaliers team. They need him to have a presence, a dominating inside, and then that is when you can go outside, you move outside, you get those shots. But he has to just really be effective and dominant on the inside, and that's what we saw here today for him.
And Donovan's mentality in the first half switched a little bit. What did you see, Candace?
Yes, in the first quarter, you could see it was a point of emphasis to go and run and play through Evan Mobley. And he was extremely efficient in that second quarter, being aggressive, calling his own number, getting Evan Mobley involved first, 12 points, and then Donovan Mitchell doing spider things in that second quarter, being efficient, not overly taking shots, 2 of 3, finished with 7 points in that second quarter. But you're looking at the big three right now. You're looking at Garland, you're looking at Mobley, you're looking at, now, Donovan Mitchell being able to unlock his teammates. My thing is they're all eating at separate times.
Yes.
So not to nitpick, but do you think that could be a problem? Because it seemed like Garland called his number at the end of the second quarter. Donovan was the beginning of the second quarter, and Mobley was the first quarter. Can they all eat together is the question.
I don't think you're nitpicking. I think that's a great question because with the best offenses is when 5 guys are live, a lot of actions and a lot of different things you have to worry about. So when you look at that team, Garland's got 18, Mitchell 12, and Mobley hasn't scored since the first quarter.
Did not take a shot.
Not even a shot. So we'll talk about that.
And but when you talk about 5 guys being live on the Pacers side of things, Dirk, you feel like they're playing their game. It's keeping them in this one.
Yeah, especially there in the second quarter. They were getting stops. They were going out. They were getting the transition, having a few layups. Siakam, Mather, and Nembhard are doing their thing. You figured as they're getting their guys back, they're going to be better offensively. They shot the ball a lot better than they have lately. So it's been fun to watch it. Can I get a little love to my guy, Coach Carlisle?
Come on!
Richard Preston, about a couple wins short of 1,000 wins. He's had an incredible career. He's always big on attention to details and preparation. His guys are always prepared. And he's one of the best in the business.
Yeah, and
congrats.
Dirk, 555 of those games are with Dirk and the Mavs. Come on.
Talk about
Strong first half there for Benedict Mathurin. He's got 14 points. Pacers currently down by 7. Second half is just ahead. All right, don't look now, but the Toronto Raptors, they're looking good, UD.
I'm a fan. I mean, all those guys could have packed it in, man, but they went over there to Toronto and they put it together. I love to see it.
Playing really well.
Yeah, I always like to see Emmanuel quickly. He can plug in and he can get things done wherever he goes. Here are the standings. As you said, the Raptors on top. This is a big game tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers in terms of their NBA Cup standing. So we'll keep an eye on that. But maybe some surprise teams are succeeding for the Emirates NBA Cup. All right, Candace was talking about these teams eating.
No.
And Joey Chestnut heard her.
No.
We've got a sighting in Cleveland, a pierogi eating contest.
Not gonna win. The other 3, you are not gonna
Second
win.
half is next.
Yeah.
What is that, a hot dog? What is a pierogi? What is?
Gotta be from the 4-1-2.
Okay.
The Half is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
You're watching Emirates NBA Cup with coverage on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Here at Rocket Arena, a competitive first half between these two Central Division rivalries. Tonight's first half stats presented by Volkswagen. I'm about to start for Darius Garland. 18 points, 4 of 8 from the floor, knocked down 3 triples. Pascal Siakam pacing the way for Indiana. 6 of 9 shooting, knocked down a couple of triples. And again, as we get ready for the start of the third, a 62-55 advantage for the Cavaliers. Again, a competitive first half here inside Rocket Arena. Michael Grady, Stan Van Gundy, and Coach. The Pacers put up a fight against this tough Cavs team in the first half.
Well, they did, and they just weren't able to make threes in that second quarter. So they started to lose the pace just a little bit after a really good first quarter shooting the ball.
18 points in that first half from Darius Garland. He's standing by with our Cassidy Hubbard.
Darius, you told me you were going to try to take it slow, and you got to work early. 18 points in 14 minutes. Describe just the type of flow and comfort you had in that first half.
Teammates getting me involved, getting me some open shots. I got my legs up under me after the first miss, so I feel good out there now.
This has been a battle, though. 10 lead changes. What was discussed at the half to build more momentum going forward?
Got to get stops and rebounds, get out in transition, push the ball. We'll get some easy ones after we get some stops.
Thanks for your time. Back to you, Michael.
I don't think Darius Garland cares about that minutes restriction tonight. Kenny Atkinson, subject of our prime access in the first half.
Our activity's great down here. Great box out, great contest. +5 in the possession game. Keep rebounding down here. Stop, stop, stop. Really good job flowing into that action. Quick decisions. We don't got to call a play. We got our spacing right. Wide open shot. Keep letting it fly.
Garland was brilliant in that first half in the third quarter is underway.
Well, let's remember, for our fans just turning in here, second half, it's not just a matter of Cleveland winning tonight. They need to try to drive up this margin of victory as much as they can. Toronto with an early lead in their game with Washington. That and a Cleveland win would clinch the Group A for Toronto.
Ooh, look out.
As Darius Garland, the ball's still flying, Michael. It's still going. It's still going.
We're going to find a new basketball.
That pass was a little bit better than the one that Darius threw. Nobody was reaching, but this Cav team comes in plus 24 in their margin. They want to drive that up because it'll probably come down to them and somebody in Group B, Detroit, Orlando, probably whoever doesn't win the group, to get that wild card spot.
Point differential, an important tiebreaker. And so that'll be something we'll be keeping an eye on here. Off the bump, Mitchell with the hoop and horn.
Well, you got to watch Donovan Mitchell. Third quarter is where he does his most damage. He's averaging 10.5 points a game on 61% shooting in the third quarters this year. And here, great job against the trailing defender to just catch, curl, and go. Draws the contact, keeps the concentration, and knocks it in.
And Mitchell completing the three-point play. 15 points for Donovan Mitchell. 33 for the backcourt of the Cavaliers so far.
That's one of the best backcourts in the league.
Happy to be back together again. Nembhard going at Mitchell. Nice head fake. Got the contact. Can't get the shot. But Nembhard will go to the line for two.
Well, one of the best ways to get yourself to the free throw line as a perimeter player is this right here. Shot fake after the dribble. You know, when they expect guys to go into the pull-up, and Nembhard is an excellent pull-up shooter. You stop, shot fake, get the guy up, and then you can draw the foul.
Silky smooth player. Now 17 points as we take a look at the standings for East Group A. Again, the Raptors 2-0. They're in action right now against the Washington Wizards. You see the Cavaliers 1-1, so still alive potentially for the wild card. And it is a live updates here. 50 now to 38. Toronto with the advantage over the Wizards.
Yeah, and a Toronto win and a Cleveland win. Toronto becomes the first team in the NBA to clinch a spot in the knockout rounds.
Mathurin off the turnover, and Strip lost it out of bounds. Officials confer, and we may have a jump ball. Yes, we will have a jump ball.
They don't have any idea what happened there. Curtis Blair and Sean Corbin talking it over. Now they're going to go talk to Michael Smith. Yeah. If they're not going to call the foul, then that should have been Cleveland ball.
And so we'll jump it up.
Michael Smith, I told you before the game, Michael, he discourages me because I think he's the only referee in the league who's older than I am, and he looks about 15 years younger than I do. So, yeah, very upsetting.
The veteran Michael Smith still getting up and down the floor, an outstanding official in this league. And Indiana wins the tip. Mathurin on the drive, step through, tried to dump it off in a tight space to Isaiah Jackson, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Again, we talk about players, play to your greatness, play to your strengths. Benedict Mathurin, a great scorer, not a good passer. More turnovers than assists this year and in his career. Shoot the ball, Ben.
Here's Shepard. Got it into Jackson. Nembhard. Operating on Tyson. Shot clock to 6. Nembhard, another pump fake. Fires. Won't go. And strong rebound by Mobley. 6th rebound of the ball game for Evan Mobley. Tyson from the corner. Swish.
And that's his first attempt at three tonight. He came in at 46%, 11th in the league.
Shepard can't answer. Hustle for the offensive board. Jackson down the lane, tosses it up and off. Hunter clears it for the Cavs. Mitchell got the finish. Snaking by defenders and got the lay to give the Cavaliers their largest lead of the night.
And this move right here takes us to a signature Rick Carlisle early timeout.
There's 2:21 into the third quarter. Indiana needs to talk it over. Take on the Eagles. It's a powerhouse showdown in Philly next Friday. Coverage begins at 1:30 p.m. Eastern with kickoff at 3.
And that's a great game. Ben Johnson really has the Bears going. I hate to say that with Candace Parker sitting in the studio because she'll tell you all about the Chicago Bears.
Very passionate. Proud Chicagoan. Emirates NBA Cup action also coming up on Black Friday. A couple of great games. Bucks, Knicks, followed by Mavericks and Lakers.
And both of those will be huge games for the Emirates Cup.
Yeah, enjoy some leftovers and watch the action all day on Amazon Prime. Off the miss, Garland, the rebound for the Cavaliers. Garland. Hot in the first half, driving here, off balance, can't get it to go, and Jackson quickly to Nembhard. Indiana trailing by 9. Nembhard will bully ball down the lane.
Yeah, not too many people bully Donovan Mitchell. I've seen people go by him, but not too many people bully him.
20 for Nembhard. Mitchell blocked by Mathurin. It ricochets to Garland. Hunter. 3 ball won't go. Tyson, the offensive board. Working in the lane, blocked! Jackson with the rejection. Mobley is fouled inside.
It's great defensive effort, though, by the Pacers. Jackson and then Siakam. First Mathurin, great block there.
2 shots.
And then look, strong move by Andrew Nembhard, who's now had 20 or more in 6 of the last 8 Pacers games. You know, I think early in the year for Nembhard, well, he missed a lot of games, but early on, just trying to adjust to that point guard role and was not as aggressive offensively. I think now he's finding his game.
The well-dressed Tyrese Haliburton. Have a conversation with our Cassidy Hubbard as Mobley splits a pair at the line.
He's been doing a lot of that, splitting a pair at the line. He's been around 50% lately at the free throw line. I don't know quite what's going on there, but it needs to change.
It's Cleveland 71, Indiana 63. Jackson knew, but was pushed from behind. And he's exasperated. He says, thank you for the foul call.
Team's third.
Isaiah Jackson, 5th year out of Kentucky. Tore his Achilles 5 games into last season, missed the rest of the year, and has worked his way back.
Yeah, Indiana dealt with injuries even last year.
Lost James Wiseman to an Achilles early in the year. And as we take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule tomorrow on NBA TV, Knicks Magic, that'll be a tremendous game, followed by Pistons Bucks, and then Monday on Peacock, Cavaliers Raptors and Rockets Suns.
And that's one of your games, Michael Grady. Rockets at the Suns. The Suns, one of the most surprising teams in the league. Jordan Ott doing a great job there. Devin Booker not only playing great, but providing a lot of leadership. And we know how explosive Houston could be, which we'll see on our second game tonight.
Second half of our doubleheader, Rockets Nuggets here on Prime Video. Mitchell, no. Hunter there to put it in. Just the 5th second chance points for the Cavaliers in this one, and Nembhard is fouled on the shot.
This is great. Soft touch, ball comes up. No one gets a body on Hunter. And he's able to just fly in and tip it in. And Nembhard back to the line, which is always good for him. One of the best free throw shooters in this league at 93% coming in. That's only gone up tonight as he's made his 5th in a row and averaging a career high 5.3 attempts a game.
Averaging 17 on the season. He has 21 points right now. A season ago, obviously, it was a different looking Indiana team with Haliburton healthy. Miles Turner was on this group. 10 points and 5 assists Nembhard averaged a season ago.
Absolutely right. And now comes in at 17 points and over 6 assists.
Free throws makes it 73-66. Garland dumps it off. Mobley outside to Tyson. Tyson found his way to the rack and scoops it in on the reverse.
Tyson has not missed tonight. 11 points on 5 of 5 from the floor.
Siakam. Defended by the reigning defensive player of the year, and the DPOY got the better of that matchup.
He sure did, and that is one of the reasons he is the reigning defensive player of the year. It's not just, for a long time, that was always just like a guy who stood at the rim and blocked shots.
How about Mitchell? Bottoms, putting the moves on Shepherd.
Donovan Mitchell, good all the time, second halves of games, incredible.
18 points he's averaging in second halves of games, second best in the NBA. They're waving off the shot, and Mathurin can't believe it.
Penalties on number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Just a great step back going left. And then Tyson, little hesitation move, loses the ball, but comes back up. Great reverse to take the shot blocker out of the play. Use the rim to take him out of the play.
Donovan Mitchell just checked out of the ball game after picking up his 4th foul. Evan Mobley will also take a seat. There's Dean Wade, and Lonzo Ball will get set to check in. Benedict Mathurin will be a restricted free agent at the end of the season. Not given a contract extension. And you see the Pacers. Again, it's been a struggle. 2-13 on the year. Benedict Mathurin 15 points on the season, but starting to get a little swagger back as they get bodies back. Still without Aaron Nesmith. He's going to be out at least a month.
If they can get Nesmith back with Siakam, Nembhard, and Mathurin, then they have a chance. But what I think can keep this team going is the long-term prospects for this team is Tyson makes his 6th straight shot tonight.
Perfect.
The long-term prospects for Indiana are still very good. Haliburton comes back in a year. Obi Toppin comes back in a year.
Yes.
This is still going to be a team to be dealt with in the East. This could be a long year, but the future is still bright.
Foot surgery for Obi Toppin. A knee injury for Aaron Nesmith. Even second-year pro Johnny Furphy. An ankle injury has kept him out of the lineup.
Well, and that has been much to the dismay of my niece, my brother's daughter, Grayson. She goes to school in Indiana at Butler. She's become a big Pacers fan, and her favorite player is Johnny Furphy. So to have Johnny out of the lineup has really been a problem for her.
Great name, great hair, and great leaping ability for Johnny Furphy. Some great posters already in his young career.
Oh, no question. I think Johnny Furphy has a chance to be a good player in this league. I don't know that that's what my niece cares about, but I do think it's possible as Indiana goes zone right here.
Trying to claw back into this ball game. Cavaliers getting separation. Hunter, no good on the 3, and tapped up and in by Dean Wade. McConnell picked up the dribble, got it back from Huff. McConnell found the angle and was trying to dump it off to Siakam, and the Cavaliers want to challenge
Well, Darius Garland certainly wants the challenge.
Ran all the way to the bench.
They will.
Oh, 6:04 to go in this third quarter. The Cavaliers 14-1 on challenges this season. They made it go to 15-1.
Tyrese, first off, how are you feeling physically at this stage of your rehab, and how have you found ways to be patient? What's a long process?
Yeah, I feel really good. Maybe a little bit ahead, but you know, I feel good every day. Every day is a different battle, but I have good days and bad days, but I feel good overall. We're just staying engaged. It's been nice to have some sense of normalcy and be with the guys all the time and be around and just understand what it is and trying to get back to who I am.
Yeah, you really made it a point to be around this team every day. We see you very vocal on the sidelines, but what has this experience been like, trying to help the guys steady the ship from the sidelines?
Yeah, it's been difficult. I see what coaches go through. You know, kind of you're not really in very much control, but just trying to communicate the best way I can. Obviously, it's new territory for me. I've never been on the sideline and not been able to have real impact on the game, so it's different, but just trying to help as best I can.
Great stuff. Our Cassidy Hubbard with Tyrese Haliburton. Good ball movement here. Wade, outside look. Tyson, no good. And offensive board for the Cavs. Nance thought about it. He'll penetrate. Out to ball. Extra pass. Corner three. Short. Back tap. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana ball.
Well, Indiana, those three guys, Nembhard, Mathurin, and Siakam, have got to get some help. They're 19 of 35 from the floor. They've got 58 points. The rest of the team, 3 for 21.
They get a stop, snapped a streak of 7 straight scoring possessions for the Cavaliers, and then Indiana gives it right back. 9th turnover of the ball game for Indiana.
Well, here it is. He hooks Wade's arm right there. Good call by the officials.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Cavaliers. Hunter tosses it up, broken up by Huff.
That was like he was throwing a lob to me.
Poke away from behind. Mathurin recovers. Spinning out of trouble, uses a Huff screen. Knifing down the lane. They're going to wave it off. Foul on the floor.
That's the second one they've waved off on Mathurin. He is very, very frustrated. And now Michael Smith and Sean Corbin will talk it over. Curtis Blair getting in on the conversation.
The contact.
I think they're going to count
after
this.
The gather.
I think they're going to count it.
They will count it. You're all over it, Coach. Michael Smith makes the gesture. It's going to be an and-one opportunity, and so Mathurin's protest works out.
Well, we knew there'd be a lot of free throws tonight, and there have been. This will be the 45th free throw of the evening, so we expected it. Both these teams get to the line, and both these teams foul quite a bit.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell's going to check back in as Hunter takes a seat.
The basket does count for Benedict.
Mitchell with 20 points in this ball game.
He's on the line with 1 shot.
Meanwhile, Mathurin with 18 can add to it here.
Here's what I like about the Cup, too, though, is, you know, it's a 14-point game. They go to 13. Certainly a lot of time left. But no matter where this margin goes to, this Cavalier team's still going to be playing, and you're going to still see the better players playing. What's wrong with that? Well, these people who are here in the arena watching, the people watching at home on TV, you want to see Donovan Mitchell as many minutes as possible. You know, and if the margin of victory is important and that accomplishes that, fabulous.
Yes. They're going to stay out here and compete again. Point differential, an important tiebreaker when you talk about Cup scenarios in that wild card spot. Mitchell from downtown got it to go.
I mean, it's been sort of under the radar because that was an assist, but not many straight assists. But Lonzo Ball just really facilitating things and directing traffic.
Great feel. Mitchell, heat check, no. Mathurin. Now it's Nembhard. Working on Mobley, somehow got it to go.
Well, that shot fake after the dribble again got Mobley to straighten up, and he was able to step under. He does a great job with that. It starts with you've got to be able to make pull-up jump shots so people respect that and want to contest.
Wade outside, Nance wants three, side of the backboard, no. Mitchell, shot clock winding down. 1 second, Wade's not aware, beat the clock, and hits! Wade beating the clock for two. Nembhard out to Walker. Walker just inside the free throw line, got a soft bounce.
But Jarris Walker, I think, is a little psyched out by a rough start to the season. The guy shot 40% from three this year, and he is very hesitant to shoot the ball. He's shot faking with airspace because he does not have the confidence to knock it down.
Wade on this turnaround.
Wow.
Team's third.
And he needed Mitchell's help. Look at Mitchell. Shoot it.
And Mitchell's like, don't throw that thing to me so that I got to throw it up with 0.2 of a second and my percentage goes down. You shoot it.
No hand grenades. Mobley missing from the free throw line as we get a quick word from PlayStation.
One more game? Say less. Give me that! Don't do that. Who's next?
Game on.
Let's run it.
PlayStation.
Walker. 2:35 to go in the third. Walker from downtown, too strong. Mitchell the rebound. Walker 1 for 4, and look out in the third row. Oh, that said, we're gonna need a new basketball. My man just had his drink knocked out of his hands. The ball is drenched. A new ball and a new drink.
Here it goes. Nembhard with the deflection.
And look out.
There it is. Curtis Blair goes and gets a new ball. Curtis Blair was a good player at the University of Richmond.
This guy has to go back to concession. And a little spillage off the basketball as it was sent to the scorer's table. And so, quick pause in action. 91-77 is our score. First meeting of the season between these two teams. Cavaliers won the regular season series 3-1, but the Pacers, of course, last laugh in the Eastern Conference semis. Literally laugh.
Well, they won all 3 games in a series here in Cleveland.
And a turnover off the inbound. Huff with the reverse. Okay, show off the bag, Jay Huff. 91-79. Pocket pass. And Nance is fouled.
Pacers foul number 2, Andrew Nembhard. His second.
Wow, all right, Jay Huff. And Nembhard, great steal, and then the advance pass. Nembhard,
look at this. They love it.
Nembhard now with 24.6 assists and no turnovers.
Mitchell, the midi, good.
But we told you, second half, third quarter in particular, this guy gets going.
24 in the ball game, 12 in the third. Nembhard in the paint. Huff, deep corner 3. Short iron, no. Mobley bringing it up. Going at Huff. Kick out. Ball for 3. Off the mark. Mitchell, the offensive board. Mitchell spinning, floating it up and through. Spider Mitchell with 26.
He doesn't get many off second shots, but he gets this one and an outstanding finish
9:30 Eastern. NBA Cup Group play on Prime continues. Kevin Durant and the Rockets hosting Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. KD, the Joker. I'm in.
Well, look, and it's not just the NBA Cup, which is competitive. These two are legitimate contenders.
Yes.
The two top offenses in the NBA, and both also have top 6 defenses. Oklahoma City, the odds-on favorite, but those two teams could make it tough in the West.
Nembhard right down the lane, got the southpaw finish.
Nembhard looks like a running back, just people bouncing off of him, and then he finishes.
Nance couldn't control it. Shepard off to the races. Gives it up. Robinson Earl, the bump, can't finish. Ball on the floor. Wade scoops it up. Mitchell. Ball. Nance!
Lonzo Ball has 6 defensive rebounds, 3 assists and no turnovers in 17 minutes. And everybody just loves playing with him because he's just looking to make everyone else better.
You said it earlier, so good to see him healthy. Let's check in with Cass.
Yeah, Kenny Atkinson has already called him the ultimate system fit. Cleveland's seen his basketball IQ the same way that recent champions have used Drew Holiday and Derek White, high IQ connectors who elevate everyone else. And his calmness that he brings to real life, he credits to his parents and that mindset, guys.
Thank you, Cass. Mobley flicks it up. It rolls around and in, plus the foul. Jay Huff picking up his 4th. Look at this.
Right up through his arms. A great dish by Donovan Mitchell.
First field goal for Mobley since the opening quarter. 16 in the ball game. And no Jared Allen in this ball game, a finger injury. Halftime, he was out watching Joey Chestnut in his pierogi eating contest.
Did he win?
Allen was really enjoying that. Yeah, he won. I didn't see the finish, but I'm assuming he won.
3
that
against 1.
It was 3 against 1?
It's 3 against 1. It was 3 against 1, and he won.
Chestnut smoked them all.
Yeah.
Those guys are in the bathroom somewhere right now. 23.7 to go on the 3rd quarter game clock. A couple of substitutions. Garrison Matthews back out there for Indiana.
At Indiana, one of the biggest challenges this year, I would think, for their team is just learning everybody's names. You know, like Garrison Matthews, day 1, coming in. You know, he checks into the game and goes over to Ruben Nembhard and say, hey, I'm Garrison Matthews. How are you? We're now playing together. It's been that kind of year for Pacers. Yeah, it has.
Mobley completes the 3-point play. He's 7 for 9 at the free throw line. Indiana can hold for the final shot of the 3rd quarter. Nembhard on the logo. Now operating on ball, stops, pump fake in his chest, can't hit. Mobley the board, and that'll do it in this 3rd quarter. Cavaliers outscore the Pacers 38-26 in the period. You're watching Emirates NBA Cup with coverage on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Nembhard from downtown. Welcome back, Darius Garland. Siakam puts it up and through, deep in the lane and throwing it down. Mathurin finishes with the left. Mitchell from deep. Got it. Here's your play your game presented by FanDuel. Donovan Mitchell leading the way for the Cavaliers. 26 points, 14 in the 3rd quarter alone, where he typically heats up. How about Andrew Nembhard? 26 points, 6 assists, 50% shooting from the floor and from 3. FanDuel, the best place for live betting and same-game parlays. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and play your game. Michael Grady, Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbard. 4th quarter action underway here at Rocket Arena. A 19-point advantage for the Cavaliers. Mobley, no. Tyson the offensive board. Cavaliers have been aggressive on the offensive glass. Mitchell, rainbow three, bottoms.
Wow. Largest lead of the game now, 22.
Again, point differential important, so Cavaliers, at least for a time, will look to pour it on. Siakam to the rack. Siakam with 22. Mitchell spinning, firing, no. Looking for a highlight there. Here's Siakam the other way. Outside, Matthews.
Oh, he wanted to shoot that. Oh, yeah.
Good closeout. Huff. No.
Huff made 4 threes the other night, but struggling tonight, 0 for 5 from three-point range.
Mobley. Now it's Porter. Stops at the elbow, fires, and back iron no, tipped up and off. McConnell comes out of there with it for Indiana. 5 points off the bench for McConnell. Hit a 3 in the first half, fires again, and hits. 2 threes on the night for the usually 3-point shy TJ McConnell.
He's now shooting 50% from 3 on the year, 5 for 10.
Mitchell fouled on the way to the rim. Mitchell knocking down the 3, 10th of the night for the Cavaliers. 104 consecutive games with at least 10 three-pointers
that's
for Cleveland.
Incredible. Even in this day and age, where a lot of threes go up, that is a phenomenal record. Somewhere along the way, you got to go 9 for 40 or something, don't you? I mean, that's an incredible record. But interestingly, one of the problems they had last year in this series with Indiana, where they didn't win, is they got to that point, second round, and they shot 29% in the series from 3 against the Pacers.
McConnell behind the back, down the lane, can't finish with the left. Mitchell poked away from behind by Nembhard, and Mathurin chases it down. Mathurin with the handle. Got it back from Siakam. Mathurin ran into a wall. High pass to Huff. Siakam now, 7 on the clock. Outside look, Mathurin extra pass. Nembhard, good. And Kenny Atkinson needs time. 103-89, Indiana looking for life.
Raptors, Jakob Poeltl gets the rebound, passes to Quickly, who gets it out to wide open Scotty Barnes for the 3. 15 points right now for Scotty. Raptors rolling. Back to you.
Thank you, Taylor. Taking a look at the standings in East Group A. Again, the Raptors looking to improve to 3-0 and locking up East Group A. And Indiana's going to think about challenging this. And they're not going to do so.
Which means the referees made the right call, which was confirmed by the people behind the bench.
And Alonzo Ball is going to check back into the ball game. Here's the play in question. They've been off the face.
I'm surprised they didn't challenge that.
Here's Porter with it. And as we showed you the standings, point differential important as Mitchell, too strong, and Siakam with the box out, gets it to McConnell. Indiana not cooperating on the point differential front. Trying to cut into this lead right now, trailing by 14 at the moment. Largest deficit was 22. Mathurin. Nearly lost it, recovers, shot clock winding down. Mathurin bottled out by Porter. We got a jump ball with 1.5 on the shot clock.
Standing deep. Some great strides this year, and that's one of them on the defensive end of the floor.
Indiana, if they win the tip, will have to get it up quick, and Cavaliers win it. Mobley lost the handle. Siakam is fouled by Mobley. It's going to be the second foul on Mobley. First team foul on the Cavaliers. And Rick Carlisle arguing for a transition take like we saw in the first half.
If we're going to be consistent by what happened in the first half, it would have been, but this is the correct call. He was just diving for a loose ball. That was not a transition take foul. But I understand Rick's point because we had the same play in the first half.
McConnell outside to Mathurin. Taking his time, hand off to Nembhard. Nembhard's been outstanding tonight. Kick out, Mathurin from deep, no good. Huff the offensive board. Siakam directing traffic. Drives into a crowd, lost the handle. Right through his fingers. Tyson to Tomlin. Back to Tyson. And Mitchell will survey the floor. Inside, Mobley made the catch. McConnell almost got a steal. Ball to a cutting Mitchell, blocked by Huff, blocked again. Couple of blocks, Siakam chasing it down. McConnell back to Siakam, 3-ball, corner pocket.
Well, they were 5 for 10 from 3 in the first quarter. They're now 5 for 22 from 3 since then. That's been a big difference in the game. But they're not out of this yet.
Mathurin lost it off his leg. No foul. Cleveland ball. Tremendous block. A double block there. And then Siakam capping off an 11-0 Indiana run.
Jay Huff now with 4 blocks tonight in 21 minutes. We said it earlier. Leads the NBA in blocks per minute. Ahead of, among others, Victor Wembanyama.
It's wild. 5th in the NBA in blocks per game, and he plays 15 minutes a night. It's ridiculous. Garland, no good. Trying to draw a foul. Mathurin the rebound. And Indiana can cut this to single digits.
This Indiana team showing some resilience tonight.
It's been impressive. A lot of time left in the fourth. Siakam. Tough fade. Fouled by Ball. Third foul on Lonzo Ball. Second team foul on the Cavaliers.
Bailed him out with that one. That's a tough shot. Don't want to foul on that. Fans don't agree, surprisingly, here in Cleveland. Shocked by that, Michael. I'm shocked.
25 points for Pascal Siakam on an efficient 9 of 14 shooting. Missing the first. NBA on Prime is brought to you by Range Rover Sport. First free throw miss of the night for Pascal Siakam. Nembhard takes his seat. Ben Shepherd out there for Indiana.
Well, I keep talking about the point differential, but this game right now,
it's a game.
Very much in doubt. This is a 10-point game.
You said this in our pregame meeting. If it's a 14-point game, you know, you want to get separation if you're Cleveland, but a 14-point game is still a game.
Oh, absolutely, and now it's a 10-point game.
7 straight misses for the Cavaliers. Nance, well off the mark. Nothing going the way of Cleveland. Indiana rolling right now. McConnell, toss out to Siakam. Siakam, surrounded by black jerseys, gives it up to McConnell. McConnell in the lane, money.
Got it down to 8.
Cleveland 103, Indiana 95. Midway mark of the fourth. Ball inside to Hunter. Got the hoop.
What a pass by Lonzo Ball.
Mathurin down the lane, blocked by Ball. Ball with the swat. Hunter. Penetrating. Got the lane. Rick Carlisle needs time.
Lonzo Ball making a huge impact off the bench. Great pass for Hunter for the layup, and then the block at the other end to take away a layup.
Coming up next, a 9:42 Eastern tip-off time. NBA Cup group play on Prime continues. Nuggets, Rockets, this group appropriately called the group of death. Nuggets, Rockets, Spurs, Blazers, Warriors. Wow.
Well, the Blazers and Warriors play tonight. So 2 teams are going to 2-1. 2 teams are going to 1-2, and probably, I'd say probably be eliminated, but who knows? If they all got to 1-1, they can all get to 2-2.
A couple of miscues now from Indiana. They had a 14-0 run before the Cavaliers got back-to-back hoops to force a Rick Carlisle timeout, and then they turn it over out of the timeout. Cleveland 107, Indiana 95. Garland. 18 points, all in the first half. Sizing up Robinson Earl, got the cross, tosses it up, won't go. Robinson Earl the rebound. Robinson Earl on the drive, toss out, Shepherd needs it. Won't go, rebound Hunter.
Wow, Shepherd just really struggling to get the ball in the basket. Came in shooting 22% from 3, and he's 0 for 5 tonight.
Garland, a little hezzy, down the lane, tried to toss it over to Nance, turnover. Up ahead, Robinson Earl chases it down, and blocked by Nance. Got it back, surrounded, will dribble out of trouble. Garland back on the other end of the floor, and as the ball is tossed up to Jackson, and Garland in some discomfort. 10-point ball game. First half, hard drive here. Flicks it up, bumped from behind. Friendly fire with Larry Nance. And he's in some discomfort. Not involved in the play at all. But back out there on the floor, appears to be fine. Again, it's gone scoreless in the second half.
Well, the ball is the great healer, Michael. So you're hurt, you can't run back on defense because you're too hurt. Oh, we got the ball now? Okay, I'm fine. Let's go.
There's some Mr. Miyagi in the game of basketball. Here's Mobley. And he's fouled. Nembhard picking up the foul. It's going to be his third. And second team foul on Indiana. 107-97, under 4 to go here in regulation. Cavaliers trying to stay alive in wild card action. Pacers eliminated with the loss in a Toronto win tonight. Mitchell out to Garland, pump, spin, baseline drive, toss out, extra pass. Mitchell for 3. Cash!
Lonzo Ball has been outstanding tonight, and it's all been simple plays, Michael. Nothing flashy, he had the one look away, but everything else is just simple, fundamental basketball, getting the ball to the right people at the right time.
Huff can't answer. Ball the rebound.
7 defensive rebounds now and 5 assists.
Mobley. Yes, sir! A 9-0 run to answer a 14-0 Indiana run, and that ends with Nembhard getting to the rack, bucket in the foul.
Just great ball movement here. Sets Mitchell up for the 3. And then Mitchell said, okay, I'll set somebody else up. He gets Mobley the open three. They knock them both down. But Nembhard now, season high, 32.
They've been so good in this one. 11 of 20 shooting, 7 of 7 from the free throw line for Nembhard. Knocked down a couple of threes.
But the problem is those three main guys, Nembhard, Siakam, and Mathurin, have gotten almost no help.
Hunter connects. Back to back to back triples for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they hadn't shot the three well all night, which had kept Indiana hanging around. But when you shoot as many as they do, you're probably going to hit a hot streak at some point, and they have.
Nembhard leaves it for Mathurin. Pump, can't hit, got his own, flips it up and through. .21 for Benedict Mathurin. Garland, the blow by, and the lay.
His first bucket of the second half after 18 at halftime.
Cavs have made 6 of their last 7. Huff flicks the wrist and hits.
Now 1 for 7 from 3 on the night after making 4 in that win over Charlotte the other night in his best game of the year.
Indiana shooting 31% from deep in this one. Garland to a cutting Mobley. No, rebound Mathurin. Approaching 90 seconds to go. Siakam the steal, and they're waving off the basket. Foul before the hoop. Garland picking up the foul.
It's one of the hardest things to defend when a big runs out against a mismatch and just runs straight to the rim and seals. That's one of the things that switching defenses create the other way, is you've got mismatches. If I'm a bigger guy and I switch onto a guard, jump shot is missed, I run right to the rim. Got the smaller guy on me at the rim. Indiana doing a great job finding Siakam.
Siakam can't hit that time. Mitchell the rebound. Cavaliers can exhale now, up by 13. A special delivery! And the poster, Mobley with the flush. Timeout, Indiana. The lead balloons to 15. And a beautiful feed from Garland to Mobley.
And only 1:12 to go, Michael. This is what we're talking about with the cup. In most games now, the starters are coming out on both sides. 15 with 1:12. I don't know what Rick Carlisle will do because he's basically eliminated now. But Kenny Atkinson's going to keep his guys in and finish this thing in, and every point could make the difference.
You know how important the cup is for so many guys. Here's Donovan Mitchell on what the Emirates NBA Cup means to him.
I think the days that it comes on, everybody knows, you know, those nights that it comes on, it's like, all right, you know, they're getting a playoff level atmosphere, and it allows fans to be engaged and players at a higher level so early on in the season.
It's been good action in this one. Donovan Mitchell, 32 points to lead the way for the Cavaliers. And yeah, we have seen the intensity go up here in Emirates NBA Cup action. Love the wine-colored floor. This has been a good one.
Well, and I was wrong. With 1:12, Kenny Anderson is going to pull his starters.
Empty the bench.
All right, let's see what happens in the last 1:12. Don't give up like a 6-0 run here.
Well, this is perfect for these guys because they're encouraged to keep firing shots.
No, absolutely right. It's not the walk it up and hold for the, you know, hold the ball to let the clock run out at the end.
Talon Peter, Ray J. Dennis out there for Indiana. Walker will take the three, and it rims out. Tipped up and secured by Proctor. Proctor penetrating, and it is slapped out of bounds. It will stay with the Cavaliers.
right now, as it stands, the Cavaliers will be 2-1, and they'll be plus 37. So pretty good position. You just don't know what's going to happen in those other games.
It's a good math on the fly, by the way, Coach. And that's going to go out of bounds, and will be Indiana ball.
Thomas Bryant trying to help that point differential. Doesn't get it to go down.
.35 seconds to go. In the second half of our doubleheader coming up, Denver, Houston. That'll be a good one. Here's Dennis. And Robinson Earl spinning, driving, takes the contact, and will go to the line.
Cavaliers foul number 3.
Robinson Earl had a couple of 10-day contracts and was just signed to a standard deal.
The line for the Pacers, Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
This Pacer team had, what, 48 points off the bench in their win the other night, and they've got 21 tonight.
Yeah. And a big difference in this ball game as they got strong games from Siakam, Nembhard with a career high. Benedict Mathurin had 21 in this one. Robinson Earl gets his first points of the ball game. Will they dribble it out, Coach?
I don't think so.
Here's Proctor.
No, I don't think so.
No, Proctor going to work. Fires, left it short. They got the memo.
And that was a foul.
Here's Walker. Floats it up off glass for 2. 2.8. And Tyson will fire, three-quarter court, no good. And the Cavaliers get the win. First meeting of the season between these two teams. And most importantly, they improved to 2-1 in Group A play. Our final score, the Cavaliers 120, Indiana 109 for Cassidy Hubbard. Stan Van Gundy and the rest of our Amazon Prime crew, I'm Michael Grady saying good night from Cleveland. Coming up next, don't go anywhere, it's the Nuggets.